Hi guys, this is Ellie from Hypnoyouellie with your mid-month July forecast. Now this month has been a feeling of families, your roots, your heritage, your home, your parents, your siblings, your children, those that live at home, your residence, your council, your property, mortgages, anything to do with the home, and then communication with some sort of aggression with that. So all of July, that's the feeling that I've been having, that's been coming across. And for some of you, it is health issues where there's back and forth discussion and angry discussion and who's in charge. For others, this is about your work and your home and angry discussions back and forth, and that is going on. Then there's the utilities, or those that you owe money to around the home, where there's that back and forth, that aggressive communication, blow-ups, home internet not working, phones not working, utilities being cut off, problems with mortgages, anything to do with money and the home as well. And then finally there's been the back and forth decision on the home and relocating the home and renovating the home, and people coming in the home and saying goodbye, for people leaving, and whatever the way that is for you. In August, the start of August, there are 2 eclipses, and there is going to be information revealed. There is going to be a D-Day. There is going to be a goodbye and a fresh new start. There is going to be some shock and out of the blue feeling around of that. And on the 25th of July through till 19th of September, you have Mercury Retrograde, shadow period start and finish. And Mercury Retrograde always brings people from the past, situations, circumstances, feelings or emotions back on the table to be reassessed, re-looked at, to have another go at, to resolve issues. So anything to do with what I just described and Mercury Retrograde coming back in, that is the feeling for this video for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I am mentioning the eclipses because August is going to be a turning point. Your day, your home is not going to look the same after August. There's 2 major eclipses. But I'll save those for the videos that I will be doing in the next couple of days, and they'll be a lot more in depth. This is just a mid-month catch-up on what I've already done for the July videos. Also, please check your sun, your moon, and your rising video. Now, if you don't know how to do that, Google birth chart calculator. Put your time of birth, your birth date, your town, and your country, and that will come out with your sun, your moon, and your rising. It's important to watch all 3 because each one of my videos will give you more information. And also, I find I have 5 planets in Gemini, and so I find that by watching my Gemini video as well, I get a little bit more clarity, a little bit more information. So if you do have a stellium, 4 or more planets in another sign, watch that one as well. So this is for mid-month for the next 2 or 3 weeks leading up to the eclipse in the first week of August. So Aries, you're looking at the 4th house of home, families, all of what I've already just described. And there is fear. There has been some issue to do with courting and kids as well. And your tarot card says that it's the 5, courting and children. This is the feeling of worth being low, feeling like you're crippled by this situation, feeling like you have nobody else to lean on in this situation. This is isolated. This is mentally being low. This is carrying the children, carrying the responsibility, and you're out in the cold. So for some of you, this is you and the partner being, encompassed by the outside, wherever, who is attacking, who is causing issues. For others, this is a parent and a child that are out in the cold, or feel like they're being left out, or feel like they're not being loved or looked after. That is the emotion for you for the next 2 or 3 weeks, in conjunction with all month you've been looking at the 4th house. So that is, your home, your property, your residence, and family members, whatever they are for you, and that back and forth communication. After the 23rd of July, that communication will move more freely, and you will have the answers that you need to. So if this is custody issues, being thrown out of the house, worrying about the house, worrying about the bills, wherever that worry or aggression or miscommunication or blow-ups are happening, you will have the answer after the 23rd. Your Adoring Virtue messages from the angels are Crystal, and she's telling you to have faith and hope. This transition has to happen for you to be in the right place at the right time to get on your path to be, towards what you want as your end result, end goal. She's saying there's an eclipse here, so look to the 6th for those answers. Look to the 6th for that relief. There is going to be an ending and a fresh start round about the 6th of August, give or take a few days, and that there is faith and hope. It will be resolved. There is a happy ending. So now we're going on to Taurus. Taurus, your tarot card is, you've been dealing with communication, the 3rd house, Gemini, and all that aggression or miscommunication. You've got 2 cards. Okay, so we've got 2 major arcana cards here. So this is a leader or a father, or the boss or the bank or some sort of leadership, even a father card. And this is about responsibility. This is sage advice. This is about a ruling. Now, the Empress card is another major arcana card, and this is giving birth to children. This is giving birth to a new job, a new product, a new project, signing up with a mortgage. This is something new that you're putting your time, your energy and resources in, and this is success. This is putting your money into something that will have a flow-on effect. This is being relaxed about this 3rd house. You're in the 3rd house. So this is communication will flow. So if you're putting these two together, that you will have the ruling go in your favor. You will get that mortgage to be able to, this is hitting bank. This is success, this is abundance, this is protection, this is creativity, this is your intuition. This card here is Aries, but this is a general reading, so Capricorn or Taurus as well. This card specifically says, look at the rules, looking at your leadership. There is going to be some sort of balance of power, some sort of ruling, some sort of expert bringing down information, bringing down a ruling on a deciding factor. So you could get the sponsorship to get this money. You could get the yes, the judge rules. You get the contract. Whatever that 3rd is for you, whether that be your web page, publicity, travel, just communication. And I feel like from the 23rd on, that's where you're going to get this yes, and it will be a lot smoother ahead for you from there, Taurus. So your Drawing Virtue messages from the angels is, Shanti is saying that you have a lot more smoother road ahead. You do have this fresh start, and this is a lamb here going with the Empress card. This can be starting a cycle of babies. This can be having the money to start, with the Aries card. This is the money to start that cycle. This is the permission to get married to start that cycle. This is the approval to start that cycle. So this can be starting the cycle of pregnancy or about to end that cycle, so giving birth. This card is saying the same thing. We've got the lotus flower, so this is peace and serenity. We've got the lamb, which is a fresh start or birth, and we've got the pride here with the family as well. So again, we have this authority, we've got this fresh start, this giving birth, and we have a peaceful, smoother road ahead. This is a sign of Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. So fire signs. And you did get the Aries card as well. So that fiery anger, the fiery conversations, wherever this is for you, that negotiating with, there's been blow-ups, there's been yells, there's been waiting for approval, all of that is going to move forward, especially from the 23rd on. It would be a lot smoother process. So now we're going on to Gemini. Gemini, you're looking at collaborating in partnerships, whether that be love or that is with finance, and you have been negotiating, you have been, deciding, if this is a right fit for you, back and forth, not having all the information yet, getting that information. So you're able to look at those partnerships, whether it be with the bank, with your employer, signing up and working with somebody else, collaborating with somebody else, or if this is a love partnership for you, Gemini. Oh, 3 cards for you. So again, we do have the 2 cards. So you're looking at your future and with this partnership, and making sure that it does have longevity, making sure it does have a legacy. There is a Capricorn around this as well. And this is a major arcana card. So this is a major crossroads. This is something that, is major for you in your life, this decision, whether it be the person or whether it be, the situation. This is a life-changing moment. Now this card says, let your intuition, let your nurturing side There is information coming. She's got the newspaper there, so there will be news coming with it. That'd be text, email, letter, or even papers, court papers, legality papers, and all of those things as well. You've got the 10 of Wands. Now this is fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, and this is about holding on to the burden of responsibility. You can delegate to others. This is success at work or in success in any creative projects that you are doing. This is also being certified, so carrying all that responsibility, a lot on your shoulders, and getting things done, getting that certificate, getting those results, getting things done. This is about returning to work with 100% disclosure, new innovative nose to the grind techniques, and being able to get there. But there is a lot of responsibility, a lot falls on your shoulders this month. And then you've got the Queen of Cups again, and we're going with that nurturing, we're going with that ruling, we're going with that relaxed feeling emotionally through this decision with this partnership. This is about using your intuition. Your gut instinct is right on this, listening to these words, the negotiating factor. Your instincts tells you what you want to do in this matter. Your adoring virtue messages from the angels, Gemini, is Vanessa saying you're making this decision with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, and this decision is a powerful one. And this is about you stepping into your empowerment, about you being sure. I mean, there's an element of self-esteem and lack of confidence, or even manipulation, and that you've got to do what's right for you. You've got to use your intuition and what is the right avenue for you, for the longevity for your future. Because Vanessa's saying that you're making a decision about your future and which way brings me closer to my path, what's best for you. And so after the 23rd, these negotiations will be a lot sweeter. Maybe you have your back up against the wall with this decision, but follow your gut instincts and you'll be right on that. So now we're going to Cancer. Cancer, you've been looking at your first house of, a new look, a new title, what you look like, your place in the world, how others see you, and how you feel about that. You've got all the action in your sign this month about, families, what's happening behind the scenes, your heritage, your value to do with family, hierarchy, responsibilities, the changes that are happening there. And there's a lot going on in your home, Cancer, to do with communication and people negotiating or going back and forth with information, to do with your family, to do with your home, to do with your siblings or your children. And you are looking about where you fit. It's your first house of where do I fit? What do I look like in this situation? And you're trapped, you're feeling stuck. For some of you, this is relying on other people's resources. So for some of you, this is about a husband or a partner, because the 8th house of, deadly serious agreements. It's your spouse. And you are feeling trapped within your own thoughts. You're feeling trapped and restricted. Your arms are bound. You don't have the information. And these swords are literally stopping you from getting into that industry or that home. And you are leaking. This is draining you emotionally. Now, this person, for some of you, this is a partner. And for others, this is, Centrelink, this is taxes, this is pensions, this is insurances, this is other people's resources, and you're going back and forth asking for help, and you're not getting the response that you want. And that's what's happening for you this month, Cancer, where you are looking at taxes, agencies, because it's the 8th house, deadly serious agreements, and back and forth infighting, back and forth negotiating, this can be with family members, it can be about the home, it can be custody, it could be legalities, it could be inheritances, it could be about anything, but you are feeling trapped because you don't know what the answer is. You don't know what's next, and you are trapped emotionally. You're trapped behind those swords. So this is where you need to take a break, and after the 23rd you will get that information. You will have a lot smoother road ahead. The negotiations, the communications will be a lot better. And your adoring virtues messages from the angels, Cancer, is I just got this card for Taurus, I think. So this is saying that there is going to be peace and serenity. It's going to be a much smoother road ahead, leading on into August. In fact, the first week of August, we do have a major eclipse. There will be an ending. There will be a D-Day. There will be a revolution. Independence is there. There is going to be information revealed that is going to shock those. This is information from the past. Now, this is spring, so this is a new baby, a new life, a new home, a new fresh start. You know, if this is a job, you are in the house of one, so this is looking at a new title, and you've got that. You've got peaceful, fresh new title, fresh new start ahead. Now, the Leo is Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. This also can represent your family, so a fresh, peaceful start with family, a fresh, peaceful new start with any authorities or your pride, and this is an end of a cycle for you, and you will find your place in the world. The last week and into the first week of August, that's where things are going to change for you. Interestingly enough, it is a Leo eclipse, the first week in August, Leo Aquarius, so that is the sun and the moon, masculine and female energy with Aquarius and Leo, and that is somehow going to resolve or at least give you the answers and the way out that you need. So now we're going on to Leo. Leo, you've been dealing with the past, you've been dealing with your own emotions, your own cycles, your own confidence levels, self-worth issues, things that you hide behind closed doors, your own secrets, your own feelings. Perhaps at times you've been feeling low or feeling not good enough or feeling you don't have any support. The Knight of Cups is saying that expect great expectations. This is Mercury Retrograde, which is starting on the 25th of July right through till the 19th of September. This is where you get this offer of emotional stability. Now, if this is work, you could find that this is Jupiter, so you can find that unexpectedly you get an offer from overseas, or a company that works online, or a company that, you know, is from a different area where you might need to move, or that this is online or travel or any, you know, online work. So there is an offer there of stability. Now, if this is love, this is someone who respects you, sees you as an equal, is ready to settle down, perhaps may even put you up on a pinnacle. And this is luck. There's luck bringing this emotional stability in, Leo. Now, there could be some movement. You might be emotionally ready to take that lucky opportunity to move, to relocate, and ending that cycle. And you know, you've got that fresh start. Because this, you've got all of that. You've got the water, you've got the mountains, all in the distance. This can be about travel. And you are in the 12th house, so you're moving on from that. And it's around about the 25th of July to the 19th of September, where that cycle is well and truly ended and you're well and truly on your way. Leo, your adoring virtue messages from the Angels card is... So you really are. This is it. So the 12th house is what you're looking at all month. This is the Archangel Uriel, who is the Archangel of emotions. And you are looking at the past and you are resolving that karma. The karma that came into fruition, it was activated on the 9th of May. And this is where things are changing for you, Leo, where you are stepping into your karma. And you do have to let go of those things that have emotionally hurt you in the past. And you are letting those things go. You are moving forward, and maybe it is a move. Maybe it is a shift in your emotional self, a shift in your own balance, mind, body, and soul. This could be a physical move, but whatever movement there is, you are putting those emotions down and you are moving forward. And Rochelle says that you're dealing with a air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, where you are making a decision. Now, this decision must be made with your own intuition to do with what is best for you. You follow your heart and prosperity will be there. So if this is about, you know, taking a job where you are going to be moving, you can see that this is going to make you happy, so that's what you're taking. If this is in a love situation with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, this is follow your heart, prosperity is there. Use your intuition this month, Leo. Your independence struggle has been since July of last year. And now that karma's kicked in, this is about you standing up and roaring and being that lion and moving into your destiny. And there is a shift. There is movement. There is relocation. But if you follow your heart, you will get that abundance and that prosperity that you want. So now we're going on to Virgo. Virgo, you are dealing with groups and other people which are going to be there to help you in that situation that I described at the beginning of the video. And your card is You've got 3 cards. So there has been, or there will be, either this has actually already happened. So there's been a out of the blue earth shattering, like a volcanic eruption that has happened. And so you are dealing with the aftershocks of that. And if it hasn't happened already, it will. This is this is dissolvement, bankruptcy, can be signs of a death. This can be breakups, this phone call stopping. This can be a fire. This can be angry outbursts. But it's out of the blue. It's shocking. There might have been warning, but even with the warning, it still was quite a shock to you. So if this has already just happened, so you're dealing with those aftershocks, but if it hasn't, this is going to happen. And this could be on the 6th of August, there is going to be a revelation, and it is going to be shocking, and it is going to be an ending, and it is going to be a fresh start. But this is something that's been working its way up. Then we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is an offer through Mercury Retrograde, which is the 25th of July through till the 19th of September. So people from your past, situations, ideas, scenarios, feelings and emotions that you didn't take up or that, couldn't, are back on the table to renegotiate, looking at things differently. Now that this has happened, now you're looking at those options that come back on the table, those people. It could be love, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be work, an offer, it's back on the table. Whatever it is, there's Jupiter there, and this is an offer, and this is this is protection in work and money. This is a stable position where you're researching. So this horse is stationary. So this horse is stopping, looking at the situation, gathering all the information, making sure that you have your insurance, that you have those permits, that you have all the details, the fine print. You know exactly what the feel is before you move forward, and that's what's going to be coming through. But in love, this is, you're stopping, you're taking the temperature of the, taking gauge of the situation before you dive back in. But there is an offer to you from a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn that is back on the table, that now you feel like you can take charge. Now this feels like the right time. Now you feel, because there's Jupiter on the horse, and so there's luck with the transportation as well as the person making the decision for you to resolve this. Now the Ace of Swords says that there has been an ending, and now you have the fresh start. This is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarian, who is giving you the option of 2 options to decide. Now, if this is work, this is about a brand new title, and this can be, if it's a swords, this can be in anything to do with, technology or, copyright or creativity, anything to do with that. One has a lot more, it's a lot more solid and will be for longer. The other one has a lot more luxury to it, and this is divinely given to you, just like this horse has got the Jupiter on it, the luck on it, and the helmet does as well. This is divinely given to you out of the blue. Now you have clarity, you have focus, you now have had that aha moment. So whatever this shocking revelation was, or the shocking, earthquake, the battle of the tectonic plates, things have shifted now. So now you see things a lot more clearly. You're ready to focus. You're not going to settle for second best. You've learnt your lesson. You can see things clearly. Whatever has happened, you're seeing life differently. You have a fresh perspective. This for work is offering of a new job. This in love is for you to decide between 1 or 2. You've got 2 decisions to do with love, but you are not going to settle. This to do with family is about clear expectations about rules and responsibility at home, and this may be between 2 people. So you're putting that action, any thoughts that you've had or any ideas that you've had, you're now ready to put that into action after this shocking revelation. You're drawing virtue messages from the Angels card, and we had one jump out. Okay, so if anyone's just lost a sister or a brother, or if you haven't just lost them, this might be close to their anniversary. This could be what the shocking thing was. So you could have lost your own child, or your partner's lost a child, or you've lost a sibling. This card jumped out because it wanted to tell you that they are okay and that they are still with you, and not to worry anymore. And interesting, you've got Zana as well telling you that your home is now safe, that you are safe and you are protected. So whatever this was, You have sort of, so if this has anything to do with losing your home or things being cut off or custody issues or, you know, domestic violence in the home, you're safe now, and that your heart is rippling, and that things will be a lot smoother in the roads ahead. And Crystal's telling you, look to the eclipse. There's 2 eclipses in August where there will be, the first one will bring you information, revelation, which will close everything down. There could be a shock, could be this, where there will be an ending, there will be a goodbye, or that this is, you know, this, you've had your shock, you get to the 6 and some information comes to light and you're like, aha, because this card is saying that you can wrap everything up now, that this transition had to happen this way for you to be emotionally in the right place, for you to be practically, you know, Virgos love plans. You know, things may not have gone exactly to plan, but now you're in the right place for things to be much smoother roads ahead. There is a second eclipse in the last week of August, which is a beautiful eclipse about fresh starts with promise and abundance. So you have the first one and then you have the second one. You're in the right place now to take best advantage of that, Virgo. So now we're going to look at Libra. Libra, you are dealing with your 10th house and also your highest self. So you could have been looking at, you know, what with Cancer and with the negotiations, there could have been going back and forth between different departments or home issues interfering with your work. But being 10, that means that, you know, your work has been your highlight for the whole of the month, where you have been having negotiations, you have been having computer breakdowns, communication breakdowns, back and forth discussions going back and forth. And after the 23rd, things will be moving a lot smoother. If this is about you connecting with your higher self, you could have had that lack of faith, you know, things going wrong, back and forth, people being angry. And after the 23rd, this is where you have that confidence and feel like you're moving forward, Libra. Your card is, okay, so you have the Happy Ever After card, which is the 10, and you are dealing with the 10th house this month. This is the fairy tale ending. And this can be with your home, or with your work as well, because this is a 10 card, but they have a family on here. So like I said, if you have had family issues that have been coming into your work, and that's what's been on the focus, or that you work for a family-owned company, or that you have a series of bosses, you know, a tier of bosses, there's been that, you know, who's in charge, and this boss says this thing, and this one wants it done this way, and there's been that, you know, back and forth, and no one quite knows who's in charge. Well, you'll see that there is a happy result after the storm. Now, this is also dealing with leaders. This is an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo boss who is in charge. This is a young boss, and this boss is going to protect the ruling and the equality in this situation. There is going to be, now if you've recently had a boost in your career or money or leadership, then this is where you're called on to show your leadership skills. Now, there also could be someone to do with this leader or this family member who changes their view to whoever the audience is that's listening. So this person might be where that back and forth, where that miscommunication, where that drop out of communication has been happening. So Libra, your Doreen Virtue messages from the angels is... Yep, there's definitely a shift, whether it's at your home or your work, and that's another thing. So with Cancer being there, you could be looking for work, and that change in work requires you to move, or a change in your home situation to be able to work, whichever way that works for you. But there is going to be movement, whether that be your own property or whether that be your job. And this could be about expanding your home, renovating your home, someone moving in, or a complete new move. This could be in the same state, this could be interstate, or a whole new country. But this card is also about work as well. You could be moving from one office to another department, or changing jobs completely. But this card, Celeste, is saying to you that energy, and you look at this woman dancing in the moonlight, she's completely relaxed. She's feeling like she's back to being herself. She's free. That restriction is gone, and she's very happy. So that abundance is there. And Crystal's saying that, again, I've had this card before. Check your sun, moon, and rising. Libra, this card is saying that the transition had to happen this way. Look to the eclipse, the 6th of August, for that final information, that final ending, that final transition, because you needed to be exactly going through this transition for you to be in the right way emotionally and being back on your path for your karma. So everything happens the way that it is, and from now on things will be moving much more smoothly. So now we're going on to Scorpio. Scorpio, your last 2 months have been brilliant. I have seen a few Scorpios in my private life who seem a lot happier, a lot more relaxed. They're smiling. It's like a cloud's being lifted. That in my private life, but also people that I read for. The other sign of Scorpio that I've been seeing is those that have opportunities in front of them, but the words that they're saying are, nothing's ever going to change, Ellie. It's been 20 odd years. My life will never change. It will never change. And it's almost like you're fighting your own destiny, because Scorpio have had the best readings in a row out of all the signs. And I've seen it. I've seen it in Scorpios, sun sign Scorpios, where they just have this glow about them. Life has changed, even if it's only a small amount. But, emotionally, that's a huge shift. So depending on which Scorpio you are, there is 9 of expansion, foreign travel, foreigners, expanding on your highest education, your higher learning, and your higher spiritual self. This is also short-term travel as well. And it is the sign of Sagittarius. So that's, creativity as well. So your card. Yeah, this is the 7. So you're looking at your long-term goals, whether that be with love or with finances or with your home. And this is the 7 card, which is about that long-term commitment. The Chariot card says that you are having victory, you are having wins. This is a major person, crossroads, situation or job for you, Scorpio. But the only thing is that either you have too many options and just your wheels are spinning because you haven't made a choice yet, or that you're procrastinating on that decision, because the Chariot card says, I am well on my way to victory. I am on that path to that long term. And there is a win around this. There is victory around this. There's stars all over this card. There's the luxury of a canopy. You've got the stars. So all the attention's on you. You are the star of the show. And you have a decision to make. Now, for some of you, this is about your position in the travel industry. If you drive a truck, if you work for industry, airlines, motor cars, internet, anything to do with the industry or the airwaves, airlines, that you might be considering, a long-term change, a life change, because this is long-term, or that you are deciding long-term goals with a lover as well. This card does say that there can be a move, there can be travel, there can be a relocation. This is about motivation to push yourself and surge forward in victory, because this is a victory card. This is also confidence. This is about having all the resources that you need for you to get onto those travels. So that's where you are, Scorpio. And you're expanding on. So you could be going in a different tangent. You could be going on a slightly different niche. It's really down to the individual Scorpio. Now, your Adoring Virtue messages from the angels is, well, this is love. So specifically, long-term love. This is about deciding about your long-term goals with love. And this card is about new or returning love. You can also see this card as money, Venus and love. So with that returning offer of financial offer for that long-term commitment. Mercury retrograde starts on the 25th of July, shadow period, right through till the 19th November, shadow period ends. And that always brings things, people, situations, scenarios, and decisions back on the table. So maybe you've been waiting, because this is procrastination to do with your success, to do with your victory. You're waiting on an answer before you can do this. Or maybe this is that new contract, because this is money, new contract, or renewing an old contract. Or if this is just love, then this is a brand new person that can be long term, and this is a major person, a major player, or this is someone returning, and this is your decision which way you're going to go, Scorpio. Beautiful reading again, Scorpio. So now we're going on to Sagittarius. You've been looking at births, deaths, marriages, taxes, deadly serious agreements, all of those areas this month. And with that communication and the dealings with families, roots, heritage, and legalities to do with your council or your home or the title, something on that is what you've been dealing with all month, Sagittarius. So your tarot card, so you're looking, this is the 7th house of long-term commitment. So you have done really well, and now you can afford to sit back and to reassess what you're doing. Now, on the 25th of July through till the 19th of September is the Mercury Retrograde, including shadow period. Now, this is where you do get to reassess people, situations, scenarios that you didn't take up before or that, you know, missed out on. They're back on the table. Now, this is the 7th house for you. So that's your long-term goals financially or long-term contracts with love. So if you've been dealing with the 8th house, there's a lot of you who have been dealing with separation for families and that back and forth, and you're reassessing, you know, maybe something's changed, maybe that information that comes out in 2 weeks is going to make you think, well, do I still want to continue with that? Or separate from that, you meet someone who makes you think, this can be long term, because this card specifically says, I have this to offer, I've worked really hard, I've already obtained this, and now I'm stopping and I'm smelling the roses and I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with this, where I'm going to invest it, or if I'm going to continue to do that, or do I carry on doing this, or do I do something different, whether that be with your work or with your love. And you are looking at deadly serious contracts all month. You know, this is lawyers, this is taxes, this is accountants, this is your bosses, this is other people's resources, looking for sponsorships, looking for backers, all of those things. And your hard work is paying off, and you will see those results. You might also find, for some of you, that now those that are separating, you might find some information on the 6th that brings all of this to conclusion, and that, you know, that's resolved, because the eclipse is about information being revealed out of the blue that ends that period, that cycle, that karma, and then there is a fresh start. So for that, for love, but this can also be for work. So maybe you do get that sponsorship because this is your hard work's paying off. And so you do get that surprising information, that you do get that backing, or that you do get that job, or that you do have that opportunity. So you get to say goodbye to this company or place or position or title that you've had, and you're starting to move forward, because you are going back and forth in negotiations with deadly serious contracts right now. Your Adoring Virtue messages from the angels, Sagittarius, is you too. I got this one for Virgo. So if you have lost a child or a sibling, and this, you know, recently, so the 8th house is also inheritance and deaths and deadly serious agreements, birth certificates, death certificates, marriage, all of those things. So if you've just recently lost a sibling or a child, then this is letting you know that they are okay and that they are safe. If this is an anniversary of, maybe they're pushing you and saying you can do it, and I'm watching you and I'm proud of you. But this is letting you know that the energy of a child or sibling is around you during this time, and you are dealing with deadly serious contracts. This can also be pointing out children if you're in a custody legalities thing there. Grace and Antoinette is saying, in any of these deadly serious negotiations, there can be some of you are being manipulated or stood over, or it is not fair, and that angry back and forth will stop after the 23rd of July. This is with earth signs. This is an earth sign as well, Sagittarius. This is Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. The way through this is empathy, to hear what they're saying, to put yourself into their shoes, take that information in, and then assess. Now, don't forget, Mercury Retrograde is going to be coming back, and that there might be other options or different directions for you from that date forward. Now we're moving on to Capricorn. You've been dealing with your long-term goals in love or finance, and your tarot card is going to be the Queen of Cups. So this is, in a love sense, a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And this is about using your intuition, giving extra nurturing to that you love. This person, this queen, is a water sign and she's very relaxed. She's emotionally letting things flow. She's sensing that there needs to be more love or more attention or more nurturing through this love relationship right now. It might be that one has to lean on the other and using your intuition to give that nurturing. This is about concentrating on what is most important emotionally for this long-term commitment to be moving forward. If this is about your work, then this is about having that protection, using that gut instinct, following all those guidelines, using that confidence to gain at work. And this is about earning that long-term. So what you've been dealing with, this month you will gain that emotional confidence and protection to have that longevity in your work. Now, your drawing virtue messages from the angels, Capricorn, is... Back to that, for some of you, this could be, if we're looking at the Cancer, stellium and the communication stuff, this could also be about your mother or either of your parents, to be honest. And so this can be about siblings, a responsibility, back and forth communication to do with, long-term responsibility around that situation as well. This card is about a parent and giving that nurturing to that parent and that emotional stability that comes from that. Your drawing virtue messages from the angels, again, is telling you, just the same as this one does, about your intuition. Ariel's saying that at the moment you're having that real intuition, and in your thoughts, your dreams, your aha moments, you'll be shown clues. You could be looking at the time. It's 11:11, 1:11, 2:22, 10:10, seeing coins, feathers on the ground when you're thinking about things. And that's a sign from the angels to say, carry on with that thought process. Yes, that's the right direction. You could also be looking up in your dreams to show you the clues, to make you look up to see the opportunities right in front of you, Capricorn. This card is saying let your intuition guide you to the best outcomes this month, because you are going to be having an incredible psychic intuition this month, and also that can be through your dreams or your aha moments. But use that intuition, because that will take you to the prosperity and the right decision, the best path for you, Capricorn. Now we're going on to Aquarius. Aquarius, you've been dealing with the 6th house of really coming to terms with your routine to do with your body, your routine to do with your day, and also your work. If anyone's been watching, my son's just passed away on May the 31st. And so, long story short, that took a huge toll on my health. And now I closed my business down to look after him. So I am looking at the 6th house of my health, my day, and my work. And it's all changed. And so I'm nurturing myself. And so this is you, Aquarius, looking at your health. And there would have been, you've got Cancer there too. So it's your family home, your heritage, your siblings, your children, your home, your council, the property, the surroundings around your home. And so there has been some back and forth. You could be screaming at utility people where there's been, issues this month. You could be, having back and forth negotiations with the utilities or the mortgage broker or the bank, the landlord, family members, back and forth, angry behavior, outbursts, miscommunicate, drop out in Wi-Fi, drop out in the phone, all of those areas. Even at work, if the community that you work in, there's the negotiation, that back and forth communication where there has been outbursts, there has been anger. You don't know where you are. And after the 23rd of July, you will know the full picture. You will know which way you want to go, because you have it all in front of you. And now you can make your decision. Your tarot card is the 2 of Cups. And this is about partnerships to do with love or to do with money. So if you have been going back and forth to do with loan, to do with a job, there is going to be a yes, and this is a great fit for you. This is the marriage card, though. This is about going back and forth, with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, specifically Leo, where you have been going back and forth. This card is saying that you have found the right fit. This is the right person for you. Now, if this is to do with your health, that you will get the right answers, that you will find the right treatment for you, that you will get emotional fulfillment and emotional support and the right collaboration for you. Again, with your work, that you will sign, you will gain partnership, you will get what it is that you need. We've got a scapula there overlooking this, so this is why I talk about the health. It could have something to do with that. But this is definitely saying this is a great partnership, this is a great fit. So for you with your health and your work, and your day, you are working on that and you are finding a good fit. And you could be teaming up with somebody else or joining a partnership, joining the firm, joining the team, and finding the right balance for you. Now, your Adoring Virtue messages from the angels is... Also, for some of you, it's the fire sign which is holding this family together through this health issue, or this the fire sign that is holding the family together emotionally over this emotional time to do with what is on the table for you. Your Adoring Virtue messages from the angels, Aquarius, is... Ooh, two of them jumped out. Okay, so we do have the marriage card. So for a lot of you, this is perhaps you meet this person at work because you do have the 6th house on there, or perhaps this is as well as, because you've got family, you've got your 6th house of your day, your work, your health, and there's marriage in here and love as well, because you've got the marriage card and the marriage card. So Daniel's saying that this is a great fit for you. This is he's there to resolve any, squabbles or aggression or troubling communications. He's here to smooth it all out and to let you know what is valuable to you. You will, at the end of this cycle, the end of this 3 weeks, because this is a mid-month reading, you will find the right fit for you. You will find the right balance, and your confidence, your self-worth, your value system is all involved in this partnership. This can be with the bank, and this can be with love. And the other card you got was patience. Now, again, I'm going to draw your attention to the eclipse on the 6th. Now, this is going to affect you and the Leo. This is the Leo here. We have the Leo Aquarian eclipse the first week of August, and then you have the third week, or last week of August, you have the Aquarian Leo eclipse. The first one is going to bring out information, or shocking information, or revealing information to resolve an issue, or to bring karma ending, to bring a cyclic ending, or to wrap things up. And then there's going to be a fresh road forward for you, Aquarius, in whatever that area it is that you've been negotiating or going back and forth with. And this card is saying have patience. Having patience, this is the time to learn and to gather that information, to research, and to, for me personally, I'm taking the time out to rest, taking the time out to sleep and to eat well and drink lots of water and to take care of me and to decide to look online and what do I want to do and to gather that information before I put it into motion to do with my work and my health, my day. My life has changed and now I have to figure out what it is that I want. Well, this card's saying the same thing. Be a student of life, or be a student in real life, whether you're learning new things for your job, learning things for your graduation or university. This is the time to be a student and to soak it all in, to figure it all out, and then you can sit there and you can, process it, because you have to have patience. This is the time to study and absorb, and then when the eclipse comes on, which is in August, that's when you can put this into action. Now, August, you have the first week, the third week, but also it's all about Aquarians and Leo, and your karma set off on the 9th of May, and this is saying that this is the right time to take it all in and to absorb it and to process it next month. Now, don't forget, next month is where you put it into action. Now, don't forget, Mercury Retrograde, 25th of July through to the 19th of September, that will bring feelings, people, situations, scenarios, anything from the past, any offers, anything, doesn't matter what it is, brings it back on the table for you to have another chance, to have a look at it and say no thank you, to gain that karma and resolve that cyclic whatever, to give it another go and give it your full attention. Maybe it wasn't right before, maybe it's right now. Maybe it's an offer of a job or an opportunity or love that comes back on the table. Maybe things weren't the right time, but now they are, to push forward. Whatever that Mercury retrograde brings, this is time for you to reassess, to look, to renegotiate, or to, finish that cycle. it's all going to be different for each Aquarian. So now we're going to go to Pisces. Pisces, you've been looking at dating, courting, and the next generation and children. And you're looking at a new dawn. You're also been procrastinating about what to do next. I'm a Pisces rising, and I definitely have been procrastinating. You know, one of my children's gone now, and my life is finished. What I was doing every day is gone. So, you know, I'm looking at the future and thinking, oh, I'm not going to make any big decisions yet. I'm going to give myself a little bit of time to think, to absorb, and to process, and then I'm going to, you know, make that decision later. But you've been looking at children, next generation, and dating. And there is a new dawn, there is a new cycle, but there is some element of dragging your feet and procrastinating and not being able to decide as well. So your card, you've got 2 cards. Oh, well, don't get better than that. Okay, so home, happy ever after with your family. This is solid. This is in love. This is meeting Mr. and Mrs. Right. At work, this is buying a home. At work, this is joining the right team and feeling, you know, loved, and a harvest and a promotion and success and all those wonderful things you're celebrating. You know, and at home, this is celebrating with those that you love. This is promotion, creativity, success, hope, optimism, blooming, partnerships, all of those gorgeous things. And then you've got the 10 of Cups, fairy tale ending. This is after a rocky time. So sometime in the next 3 weeks, you're going to feel this celebration, this happy, emotional, wonderful time. And now this is the 4th house of family. Like if you watch the intro, there has been, through July, your home, your roots, your heritage, to do with your parents or your siblings, to do with your own home, your own children. You know, if you're dealing with dating, you know, do they come into home? What's happening in their home? How does that compare? What's going on here? And this is telling you it's all going to work. This is fairy tale, happy ending, and this is happy ever after. Beautiful cards. Pisces, your adoring virtue messages from the angels is... Well, you've got Archangel Michael, and he says, he's the head of the deck, and he's saying, I am here to give you the courage and the strength to take that opportunity to be able to move forward, to have that happy ever after. You know, maybe you've lost confidence. Maybe you've had a really hard go, and you have, Pisces. And this is your happy ever after, and this is that's your fairy tale ending, and that's your happy ever after for work, love, home, and money. And Archangel Michael's saying, I'm giving you that strength and that courage to see it through, because, you know, it's still going back and forth right now. But after the 23rd, you are going to see that. And from now on, you just need to have the strength to be brave, to step forward. No more procrastinating, because he is there to help you with that life change. He's the head of the deck. He's very important, and he's backing you all month, Pisces. And your other card is Akasha, who's telling you that this month specifically, you are going to be feeling that psychic intuition, and you're going to say in a conversation, on a video, in passing, and whatever it is that you say is really going to strike a chord with somebody else. It's going to change things. It really is going to be a message that someone really needs to hear. And that is a beautiful, beautiful month for you, Pisces. So thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. This is your mid-month forecast for July. I will be doing your August ones in the next couple of days. Big month in August. Be kind to you and those you love, and lots of hugs and kisses. Thank you for your love to me, and I shall see you next month.